All right, so get this. Today's deep dive is going to take us to like this surprisingly insightful place,
Okay.
analyzing a fictional character's personality.
Okay, I like this already.
So you brought in this YouTube video about Asterix,
Yes.
the Gaul from those classic comics.
Right.
And it's about whether he might secretly be an Enneagram Type 6, the loyalist.
Uh-huh.
Now, I'll admit, applying personality types to fictional characters sounds a bit different,
Yeah.
but I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
Where do we even start with this?
Well, I think what's really fascinating here is how relatable these personality archetypes can be,
Okay.
even when applied to someone like Asterix, who throws men twice his size around like rag dolls.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
The video focuses on type 6s, specifically the counterphobic ones.
Okay, so for those of us who aren't quite fluent in Enneagram yet,
Sure.
could you break down what that means?
Absolutely. So in the Enneagram system, 6s are often called loyalists
Okay.
because they crave security and belonging.
Okay.
And they're deeply devoted to their communities or their tribe, as it's sometimes called,
Right.
which refers to that close-knit group they feel safest with. Now, counterphobic 6s are especially interesting.
Okay.
Instead of shying away from what scares them, they confront those fears head on.
Huh.
Almost like they're trying to prove their fears wrong.
So a counterphobic 6 is kind of like putting on a brave face to mask like inner anxieties.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the video argues that a lot of Asterix's behavior lines up with that.
So how does a character like Asterix, who literally punches a Roman legion on a regular basis,
Right.
fit into this counterphobic 6 mold?
Yeah.
It seems counterintuitive.
Yeah, it really does. That's what makes it so interesting, right? Like on
Yeah.
the surface.
Yeah.
Asterix is fearless, right?
Yeah.
Charging into battles against Romans, pirates, you name it.
Yeah.
The video even points out his wild adventures on the island of the lemurs
Oh, yeah.
and his trip to Lutetia
Uh-huh.
as evidence. But what if that outward bravery is actually a way for him to manage underlying anxieties?
So it's less about being truly fearless
Right.
and more about actively trying to conquer those fears.
Precisely.
Yeah.
By facing his fears head on, a counterphobic 6 like Asterix might be seeking a sense of control,
Okay.
proving to himself and everyone else that he's not afraid.
And the video uses specific examples to back this up, right?
Right, think about it. It's not just the Romans Asterix confronts.
Yeah.
He challenges anyone who seems like a threat to his village,
That's true.
whether it's a band of pirates
Right.
or even pompous authority figures.
He has a knack for ruffling feathers.
And that defiance,
Yeah.
that willingness to stand up to any perceived threat could be another classic counterphobic 6 trait.
Okay.
It's about establishing a sense of security by taking control.
Okay, so if he's constantly challenging authority and picking fights with Romans, where does the loyalist part of the Type 6 come in?
Yeah, that's a great question. And that's where Asterix's devotion to his village really comes into play.
Okay.
Remember, 6s are all about protecting their own.
Right.
Right. The video makes the case that Asterix's deep loyalty to his village and his constant drive to ensure their safety is a major motivator for him.
That makes sense. He's always the first one to defend his village and his people. But at the same time, I can think of a few examples where he doesn't exactly jump into a dangerous situation with a grin on his face.
Right, and you've brought up an excellent point.
Okay.
And it actually highlights something crucial about counterphobic 6s.
Okay.
While they might appear fearless on the surface, it doesn't mean they don't experience fear.
Okay.
In fact, that underlying anxiety is often what drives their counterphobic actions.
Okay.
It's about managing those fears, not erasing them entirely.
So even Asterix, who punches legions for breakfast, gets a little wary sometimes.
Yeah, the video notes that he often approaches new people and situations with a certain level of caution,
Okay.
almost like he's sizing up potential threats.
Before making a move. That cautiousness is another hallmark of this 6 personality.
Okay, I'm starting to see the bigger picture here. But there's one part of this whole analysis I'm really curious to dig into: the magic potion.
Yes.
It's such an iconic part of Asterix.
Right.
But how does it fit into this counterphobic 6 idea?
That's where this analysis gets really intriguing. The video argues that the magic potion, while giving Asterix enhanced strength, doesn't actually make him braver.
Okay.
It's simply a tool that amplifies his existing qualities.
So even without the potion, he'd still be going toe-to-toe with the Romans.
Exactly.
Wow.
Think of it this way. The potion might give him superhuman strength for a short while.
Right.
But it's his inherent willpower and determination to face those challenges head on that truly defines his character. That actually makes a lot of sense. And the video brings up a few examples where Asterix knows the potion's effects are temporary, yet he still chooses to face incredible risks,
Right.
like an Asterix in Britain, where he's searching for that last barrel of magic potion.
That's another great example.
All
And
right.
don't forget Asterix and the Cauldron,
Right.
where he's entrusted with guarding a cauldron full of money and faces constant danger, or Asterix in the Land of the Rising Sun, where he travels to a completely foreign land to help a friend.
Wow.
In each of these situations, he knows that the potion's effects are limited,
Right.
yet he never backs down from a challenge.
Right.
He confronts his fears head-on, even when he's not under the influence of the magic potion.
That's a really good point. He's not relying on the potion to be brave. It's more like a temporary boost to his already courageous nature.
Yeah, right.
But how does that connect back to the counterphobic six idea?
The video suggests that the potion could be seen as a way for Asterix to manage his anxieties,
Okay.
even if it's temporary.
Right.
It's like a tool that allows him to feel more secure in those high-stakes situations.
So it's like the potion is almost like a metaphor
Yeah,
for how a counterphobic six might approach their fears in general.
exactly.
They find ways to manage and overcome those anxieties, even if it means using like external sources of support or strength.
Exactly. And, it doesn't diminish their courage.
Right.
It simply highlights their resourcefulness in dealing with their anxieties.
Yeah.
And that's an incredibly empowering message, don't you think?
It is.
It suggests that we all have the potential to face our fears head-on, just like Asterix does.
Right.
Even if we need a little boost now and then.
It really is. It makes you think about all the ways we perceive bravery.
Right.
We often equate it with a lack of fear, but maybe true courage is more about acknowledging those fears and still choosing to act.
Absolutely. And that's what makes this whole analysis so compelling.
Yeah.
It challenges us to look beyond the surface and recognize the complexity of human behavior, even in a fictional character like Asterix.
So after this deep dive, we've learned that a seemingly simple character like Asterix could be a poster child for facing your fears and maybe even for understanding the nuances of the Enneagram, right?
Yeah. It just goes to show that even the most entertaining stories
Yeah.
can offer surprising insights into ourselves and the different ways we navigate the world.
So tell me, does this change how you see Asterix? Is he even braver now, knowing he might be driven by underlying anxieties? It's certainly given me a lot to think about.
Yeah, it reminds us that everyone, even a warrior like Asterix, has hidden depths.
Yeah.
And who knows what other fictional characters might reveal about the human experience
Right.
if we just take the time to dive a little deeper.
Now that's a thought. Until next time, keep exploring those hidden depths and keep asking those insightful questions. And remember, sometimes the most fascinating deep dives take us to the most unexpected places.